Good morning, fourth grade Buffaloes. This is Mrs. Smyce here, coming to talk to you about the topic of cyberbullying. So when I say those words, it might come up with some questions for you. You might think of, what is this? What do I do if I see it happening? How does it happen? Can it happen to me? And does this only happen at our school? I will have the answer to some of those questions for you today. So before I start talking about what cyberbullying actually is, I need to talk to you about some very key words that you'll need to know when I'm talking about it. First off is a bully. A bully is a person who is repeatedly hurting someone physically or emotionally. There is also the victim, or also called the target. This is the person that the bully is going after. So if you look at the bottom corner, there's a picture there of that girl. She is the target from the bullying. And then there is the bystander. The bystander is the person that sees the bullying going on but doesn't do anything. So when I say those terms, I want to make sure that you know what I am talking about. So your question might be, what is cyberbullying? Well, cyberbullying is when a child or group of children focus on another child and make fun of, or embarrass them using electronic devices. Now, an electronic device can be anything like what we see on the screen. It can be something like a computer. It could be a cell phone, and it could be a tablet or an iPad. Any type of electronic device. That is when it is cyberbullying. How can cyberbullies reach me outside of school? That's a great question. Well, they can do that by having your phone number and sending you text messages. They could get onto the websites that you're on, maybe some games that you play. They could be talking to you online through like a messenger. Or they can especially be using those social media sites like Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, anything along those lines. Any way that they can get to you on an online or electronic device will be how they will be cyberbullying you. So how does cyberbullying, or what does cyberbullying look like? Well, the first side guide did a survey and asked different teens about ways that they have been doing cyberbullying. And they admitted that 35% said that they had taken a screenshot of someone's status or photo and laughed at them in a group chat. And then 25% said that they had trolled somebody in an online game. So if you've never heard of the word trolled, that means that you're deliberately poking someone to get a response. 17% said that they had liked or shared something online that openly mocked another person. And then 16% said that they had done something to annoy someone that they didn't like online. 12% said they had sent a nasty message, either privately or publicly, to someone they know offline. And then 5% had created a fake profile and used it to annoy or upset another person. Now, those are just a few of the ways that you could be cyberbullying. There's other forms, though. It could be that you're leaving people out on purpose. It could be that you're tricking the victim to being their friend, so then you can learn their secrets and then share it with others. Or you could find out someone's password and act like them. That's cyberbullying too. And then there's a thing called cyber stalking, meaning that you follow them online, anywhere that they go, you go too. So those are all just some of the ways that cyberbullying can happen. So that might think, why do people do this to others? Why do they cyberbully others? Well, there are many reasons that people bully. A lot of it is just like the traditional in-person bullying. It's about power. They want to have control over somebody. And sometimes that can be because they have a lot of emotions going on. They could have a lot of hate inside them or anger towards different things. So they want to find someone weaker than them to try to target and try to take that emotion out on. Could be that they're envious of you, of the target and what they have. Or it could be peer pressure from others. If they're cool, they're going to bully someone else and do it online through Facebook or Instagram. And it could be also that there's abuse at home. Maybe they are being bullied at home physically, and so they have no other outlet, so they think that it's okay to pick on people online. So a lot of the times that the bullies are doing it, it's because there's something else going on. Now, Buffalo Bob asks, can the school help if cyberbullying happens outside of school? The answer to that is yes. The school is responsible for helping with cyberbullying. When you're at school, we want you to feel safe. And so it's our job to make sure that we are reporting cyberbullying. If you say something to us, we will make sure to pass it on and to try to stop it. But the big thing also is a lot of times parents don't know that their child might be cyberbullying others. So it's the school's job to make sure that we tell them what's going on. Ultimately, we want the bullying to stop. And we also want to make sure that the victim is in an okay mental state, because it can be very scarring on them if it doesn't get resolved. So we need to make sure that the school is definitely a part of that, trying to help all of our students feel safe. So then what do I do if I know someone is being cyberbullied? Well, there are many steps that you can take. The first one, though, is to report it. You need to tell someone about it. If it's yourself, it's a friend, you can tell someone at school, tell a teacher, someone you trust. If it's on a website, like a game, you can go and report that some user is doing that, so then they can take care of it as well. And also, you can tell a parent, an adult, someone that you trust, because then they will contact the school or find a way to get it to stop. Also, collect evidence. If they're posting mean things, some words on there, even though nothing is truly ever deleted, if you can take a picture, then that will help us get to the bottom of the case even faster. It's also important to be nice and help the person who was bullied. They are probably very hurt from what was said, so you need to help them any way that you can. Another way would be seeing it happening, telling them to stop, to say that's not nice, stop it. A lot of times, if there's more people doing it, then they'll stop. Make sure, though, that you don't join in on the bullying. If you just add to it and kind of say things back, it's only going to make it worse. You also want to keep yourself safe. You do not want to become the new target of it. So that's the reason it's important to report it. So then we can also make sure that we're protecting the other people that are trying to stand up to that bully. And ultimately, don't give up. Don't say, oh, they're not doing this right away. We're trying to help as long as we know what's going on. So don't give up. Make sure you are always reporting it. If it happens again, tell us again. Make sure you're telling teachers, parents, anyone about the bullying that is happening. Will the cyberbullies get in trouble? Well, Buffalo Bob, that is a great question. Yes, there are consequences for their actions. So there are different bully prevention laws in 49 of the 50 states that they need to follow, and different steps that we take if there is cyberbullying happening. We also will give choices to the bully. If they don't stop, this will be your consequence. Also, if the cyberbullying is happening, the school will talk to the bully, find out what is going on, and then ultimately pull in everyone that's involved. So the victim, the bystanders, we will talk to them all individually, and then hopefully we can get them all together to get it all resolved, to get apologies happening, everything else. Now, if there are extreme cases happening, meaning that there is something that someone does not feel safe or they did something very inappropriate, then there are those extreme cases, and they can get suspended or expelled. And in our school district of USD 475, if they do come to that extreme cases, there is procedures that you will be suspended or expelled for cyberbullying others. And ultimately, if it is something really severe, the law enforcement can be added if it is needed. Now, my Buffaloes, I know that we are all great students and that we want the best for everyone. So we need to make sure that we are caring for everyone. And that's what Buffalo Bob wants us to remember, is to take care of each other, Buffaloes. If you see some cyberbullying happening, please report it. Please stand up for that friend, and also just make sure that everyone is safe. We want everyone to enjoy coming to school, and if there's cyberbullying happening, there might be some friends that don't feel safe. So please report it. Please make sure that we are taking care of all Buffaloes. If you guys want any more information, you can look at any of these websites and they will give you even more information about cyberbullying. Take care, Buffaloes, and I'll see you guys soon.